think it's a bit like creativity, that people are saying, oh, we want to wait for like this spark of genius, or that guy or lady is really creative. But actually what I find, it's really about putting the hard work in, really getting deep into a subject so you have a mastery. And then when you're offline, the great ideas come to you. I mean, what are your thoughts, Frederica?
And that's exactly it. I think in order to be creative, you need to first focus on the problem intensely and really understand it, work through it, maybe day and night, really like crunch your way through the problem. And then you really need to take your mind off the problem, because in order to reach an aha insight, your brain needs silence and solitude. Very often people reach their best ideas when they're in the shower or driving in their car, and that's because you're not focused on the problem. So you really need to create that downtime when you take your mind off the problem. And then we know that in the brain, we first have these alpha waves that come up, and then afterwards there's this gamma inside effect, and gamma waves in the brain are very quick oscillations in the brain in the 50-60 hertz range. Those don't occur very often. You don't see them in a brain on a frequent basis. And they happen when your brain literally connects the dot. So that's when, for example, brain areas that usually don't communicate with each other suddenly make a connection. And that actually happens subconsciously. And I think that's another thing in the business world. We always think of everything is measurable, with some kind of test, and everything has to be so rational. But in reality, most of what our brains do happens, when we're sleeping, when we're not thinking, when we're daydreaming, when we're mind wandering. And I think we need to cultivate that more. I'm a mom, so when I see that kids have schedules that are too full, I'm always thinking that kills creativity, because you need that time when nobody tells you what to do. Nobody prepares some activity for you that's good for your brain or something like that. You need to let them play on their own without disturbing them. And that's when they get their most creative. And that's not just for children, that's true for adults as well.
Yeah, no, I just love that point. And I think that's that whole idea of just having time for yourself. And I think you mentioned either in your book or one of your talks that one of your children, they like to go and sort of play in their room on their own. And I think that whole idea of just being on your own, being comfortable with your thoughts and letting the ideas come to you is a very powerful thing. So yeah, no, I just love that, Frederica.